Okay, hello. So I have a couple of things to work on with downshift. So the first thing that I want to work on though is Kai, who I highly admire and respect, suggested that I remove the pure component from downshift because it pretty much will never be a pure component except for one special case right in here in component did mount where we have a mouse up listener. It's pretty much the only time the pure component functionality will mean anything because like literally props did not change, nothing really changed. We just called set state on ourselves. Yeah, so there's not really any other time, and what it results in is we're going to, on every single render, we're going to go through all of these and check if they're equal. So I'm pretty confident that like it really doesn't matter a whole lot, but it'll probably just be safer to remove this, make it a regular component, and be explicit about the fact that we don't want to reset if the menu is not already open. So yeah, so that's what we're gonna do really quick. So I will instantly get a failed test as soon as I remove pure component, and then we'll fix that failed test. Well, yeah, we're also gonna get a lot of failed tests actually now. Let's start that over. Okay, and I'm gonna bump up the font size a little bit for you. Actually, I should like look at this and see how bad it is for you. Yeah, it's not that bad. Maybe a little bit small, but okay, cool. So yep, we get one failing test. It's the lifecycle one. So I'm gonna we'll just go to lifecycle test just so we're not running all of them. And we're actually getting two tests failing, which is kind of a surprise. I thought it would just be one, but hopefully we can fix it up with this. And so we'll say these things, and this .get state is open. That should resolve it for us. Ta-da! We'll run them all. So we are only going to reset if it's open. And cool. So I'm not even gonna make a pull request for this. I'm just gonna reference this issue here. I'm also going to go to, what is it? TKH. There we go. Need his handle. And I'm gonna tweet at him really quick. Okay. Okay, and actually one thing that I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add him to the contributors. I'll ask him first. Fix do not use pure component. Instead, you be explicit because this guy told me so. And we'll stick in his tweet here too. And I'm actually going to say nps contributors add. And his username is that. And he reported a bug. And we'll end. And we'll see if he responds. Dude. I'm pretty sure he'll be cool with that. Bigger font size in the tree? Yeah, I can do that for you. Because, heck, I'm using Atom. Isn't that so cool? Check this out. Open config folder. Here, let me bring this over here for you. Okay, come on. There we go. And I've got like workshop and talk adjustments, but I don't want to do all of those right now. But I can look at some of these. Actually, check this out. Here, I'll just show you really quick. I uncomment that. I hit save. And boom, everything's big. Even the side panel and everything. And like the upper panel and the lower panel stuff. And then also I've got this thing where I'm like, save that. And now, well, it works. It actually only works when I do white background, which I normally do when I'm showing only code. But look, it's only the code, nothing else, which is kind of cool. Yeah, let's see. Status bar file. No, that's the thing in the bottom. Let's see. Yeah, this is probably it. Yeah, we'll do. Actually, I'm gonna also do the status bar file too. As well. And the tab bar too, probably. Hold on one second. My kids are asking for me. Normally, when I'm working, they're pretty good, but sometimes they just want to chat. So I'll be right back. Yeah, Becca, what's it?
I said, are you in here, Dad?
Yeah, I am. I'm working.
But do you want to come over and see what it looks like now?
Oh, you look quite nice. Okay,
This
Becca.
is my clothes for today.
Cool. Okay. See ya. Oh, I think I muted the wrong sound. That's funny. So you probably maybe heard me talking to my daughter. She wanted to show me what she's wearing today. Okay, so I'm pretty much actually just doing all the same stuff as my workshop, except for the font size here. So yeah, so we'll just leave it at that. There we go. Maybe that'll be a little bit nicer for folks. I don't mind working in a scrunch screen. I do that all the time. Okay, cool. Well, let's see. Did I get a response from Kai? Nothing. But I'm pretty, like 99% sure he'll be fine if I add him to the contributors as a bug contributor. So I'm just gonna go with that. So we'll go ahead and push that. And if he doesn't like it, he's gonna get a notification in a little bit saying that he's on there. So that's that. Oh, that's weird. I forgot I merged a pull request. There we go. And there he is. Hi, Kai. Hope that's cool. 'Cause I appreciate it. Okay, cool. So we've got that resolved. That's good. And now I'm gonna and now I just reverted it. Still searching for my first use case where React is the bottleneck in my app. I just think that's hilarious. They've got this way for you to make things faster, and it doesn't make a difference for me. React is so awesome. Okie doke. Okay, so here's what I actually want to work on. Not that I didn't want to work on that, it was fun. So let's take a look at this. I think that the problem is in the usage, not in the core, but we could be wrong here, so let's figure it out. Using React Virtualized instead. Can't select an item with enter. The item wasn't rendered in the first place. Okay, so we're gonna get rid of that. And we'll go down. This doesn't look right. It shouldn't be doing that funny thing. Yeah, but I do see the problem. Let's check out dependencies, make sure that we're getting React Virtualized. Yeah. Let's take a look at popper or menu. Boy, all this passing props all over and composing things and magic, not easy to maintain that, in my opinion. Here, actually, I can test this out really quick using this storybook. Why is this not defaulting to HTTPS, I wonder? Not that it really matters, but okay, React Virtualized S. Yeah, okay, I'm seeing it locally too. Okay, so what we're gonna do then is I'm gonna run this locally and we'll figure out what the problem is, and then I'll just assume that it fixes his problem because I don't want to go through this code. So we're gonna go npm run storybook, or actually it's a nps script. And then I'm gonna swap these. We'll go to localhost 6006 and we'll put this in side by side with this. And here, we'll just actually squash this over a little bit. Pop open this thing and we'll put it at the bottom. So I have a little bit more room. And wonder why this is taking so long. Okay, here we go. So then we're going to go to, can I get rid of this thing? Toggle down panel. Okay. Virtualized. And we'll actually go to sources, get rid of this and that. And we'll open up downshift.js. Oh, wonderful. Fine. Okay, so enter. Select highlighted item. Highlighted index. Okay. Rebuilding. Hit enter. And I can give myself a little bit more room. So we'll say this dot get state highlighted index is 49. Sounds right. So yeah, get state, select item and index, and item index is 49. Get item from index. This dot items index. Okay, that is correct too. What? Run that again. This dot items at 49. Okay, let's try that again. So we'll break here. this dot items. Oh, yes. Aha, this dot items dot length. Yeah. Actually, you know what? We don't need to do that 0 check anymore because we changed the way we do things. And actually, this dot items will always be defined. So let's see where else we use this. A couple places. This dot items at index, and this dot items at index. We don't need that function anymore. Just get rid of that thing. And then here, let's get rid of that debugger too. Debug. Huh. Oh, I must wait. Select. Somehow that was got rid of. Okay. So we'll refresh and make sure that we fix that problem. Now I should ask myself, could I have reproduced that with a test to make that never happen again? Normally it's better to try and reproduce a bug with a test first to make sure that you can actually fix it. So, but I'm just going to go ahead and do this really quick. Okay, sweet. So this works. Very good. So the next thing I'm going to do then is we're going to swap context here a little bit. Put this in here. And we'll just, I'll cancel this. And I'm going to make a branch called PR lazy enter on lazy rendered items. Okay. And let's just look at our diff really quick. Yeah, okay, so we're going to stash this. And I'm going to reproduce this with a bug or with a test. So this would be on the input. Test. Oh, that's interesting. Let me fix something really quick. The gutter min width. No. There we go. Yeah, we'll just get rid of that. Yeah. There we go. That way, that lines up nicely. Okay, cool. So we're gonna test that if I'm rendering and skip the 0 index or something. So enter when highlighting or when there is no item at index 0, still selects the highlighted item. Okay, so we're gonna do this. We're going to leave it open. We're going to key down enter. We're going to expect that the selected item is items at 10 or 1, 10, I don't know. And then here with my setup function, I do accept items. Say item how do I test this? Yeah, it'll be index is item.index or index. There we go. So then I can pass in my own items. Const items It's an array of objects where its value is cat, index is 1, dog, and bird, and candy. I don't know. What's a cool animal? Like a cheetah. Yeah. Okay. Then this will be 2 and 3 and 4, and the selected item I'm going to have selected is item 1, and this will be enter. But I do want to simulate a key down. I'll copy. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, actually, we'll just copy all this stuff. Doodaloo. Okay, so we arrow down and then enter, and I don't care about on change. I care about the child spy. To last been called with items at 0, which will be index 1. I also am going to need, see, we're going to do, oh, we get the component back. So on the component, I actually don't need the item count, but I do need the, what was I going to, oh yeah, item to string. Okay, there we go. That way things don't break. Yeah, okay, so that's weird. Key is gonna be that'll work. Okay, the last one is broken. We'll figure out this ESLint garbage thing. See, this I can't wait until the next release of Prettier, because then it'll format it to be like this, and that is just so much prettier. It's prettier. Yep. And yeah, so I'm looking forward to that. Phil, are you still watching? Phil's complaining about wasting time watching me code. It's true. Go get some work done. I'm not that interesting. Okay, objects. Oh, let's see. Item. Let's see. Item to string. There we go. That should resolve that problem. What? And there's objects not valid. What? Oh, whoops. My bad. Do I pass the item to string? I don't think that I do, because you're supposed to give it to me. Fine. So what we'll do instead is, okay. Not value, item, otherwise item, and we'll just just get rid of this thing. And there we go. Reproduce the bug. Yep. And actually make this a little bit more explicit. Mock clear. So that we see, oh, it wasn't called, even though it should have been. Yeah, not called. Okay, so then in here I can say get stash pop, and that'll fix it. No. Huh. Well, I thought it would fix it, but it apparently does not. Huh. So enter, calls into select highlighted item. Here, let's do a dot only on this test. And actually, here, let's just do this. It's kind of nice. Yeah, I don't need that. Give me a little bit of context here, what's going on. Okay. Yep. So item is undefined because the index that I give it is 0. Huh. Excuse me. Yeah, okay. I guess that makes sense. Yeah, okay. Yep. So we're gonna, we can simulate this a couple different ways. So what's happening is, let's see, do I still have this thing open? Yeah. So when I hit down, there is an item rendered at 0 right now, but it's not until I go like all the way down here that there is no item rendered at 0. Let's see, what more specifically, like, so here, okay. So I go down one arrow, and that's going to say highlighted index is 0. And there's an item rendered at 0. That's why we see this highlighted. But in my case, there is no item rendered at 0. There is an item rendered at 1, but we are still saying the highlighted index should be 1. So this actually reveals probably even a greater potential problem in that the highlighted index should be smart enough, I guess, if there's no item. Now, this is like such an edge case thing that I'm not even going to worry about dealing with it. So in our case, though, what we're going to say is move or arrow down. This is going to call move highlighted index, which will change the highlighted index by an amount, and it's going to say the base highlighted index is going to be the highlighted index, and that defaults to the default highlighted index. And so what we're going to do, because that default highlighted index is set for setting initial state, as well as setting the highlighted index when you arrow down in the first place. So by default, that's going to be null, but you can set it to be something else. So we're going to set it to be 1. And this will actually probably mean that we're selecting the second item instead of the first item at 1. See if we look, selected item, index 2, value dog. Yep. So that makes sense. Okay, that's better. So maybe might be a little bit confusing. I'm going to just link to the issue test inspired by use case is virtualized lists. Okay, we'll get rid of this dot only. Come on, computer, you can do this. And we'll go over here and get rid of the console log. Then we'll come back here and we'll fix this really annoying ESLint issue, which basically amounts to us saying prettier ignore, and then I'm going to format it the way that I think it looks nice. Let's see if prettier ignores that. It should, but it doesn't. I think I might need to do this slightly differently. Right, so I'm just waiting for the next version of prettier to happen. That's all. Here, let's do this. Oops. I guess, I don't know. Let's see what prettier does to this. Nope. Prettier ignore is not working. Well, that's super duper annoying. Fine, then we will just do an ESLint ignore. Oops. React.js x closing bracket location. Okay. Did I misspell that or something? That's better. Okay. Cool. So now we'll just run all the tests here really quick to make sure things are good. And let me just review the diff. I didn't change any API, just fixing a bug here. And removing some code. So I think we're good. Add this, and yeah, while that is running our pre-commit hook, I'm going to double check that nobody's commenting. Okay, nobody's commenting. Okay, so when we mount the component with a not null value for selected item, the input value is properly initialized. Stays empty until we... I see. Yes, that makes sense. Okay, I can deal with that. Right after this is resolved. Okay, whoa. So every time Vim opens, I have this color switcher thing that automatically chooses a random color. And I have like a whole bunch of themes installed. And some of them are really weird. So, yeah. We're going to fix a, improve integration with virtualized lists. Ref number 119. I've memorized that. Okay, cool. We'll go ahead and push that. And I'm gonna, well, I won't mark it as done yet. Count chickens before they hatch. What's wrong with me? Here, and I'm gonna just copy CC. And let's see, so what? This removes item, let's see, checking whether there's an item at index 0, which in a virtualized list there is often not an item at index 0. Also, we can ensure that there will always be an items array, so we can just remove that function altogether and get items by their index from this.items. Turns out this is much simpler. Okay. And I find that I often answer the why question as part of my what. And I don't know, we'll just put that in the how, I guess. Okay, documentation is not applicable. And tests are good, and it is ready to be merged, and I'm just going to delete that. Okay. Cool. I'll wait for the thing to deploy before I actually do anything. So next, we're going to check out master. I didn't merge anything, did I? Okay. PR. This is to fix the input value, initial input value. And I know just what to do here. I think it's lifecycle probably is where this would go. Say test input value initializes properly if the selected item is controlled and set. Okay, so we'll say yeah, this is actually probably all that we need. Except we're not going to set props, we're going to initialize with props. And we're good just to do that. Yep, that'll reveal the bug right there. Okay, let's check this out, make sure that we actually fixed the bug. We'll go to virtualized. Fixed. Okay. So we'll go ahead and squash and merge this, and we'll go in here and check that off. And go ahead and delete that branch. Okay, revealed the bug. Because the input value is going to be an empty string in this case. So let's go to downshift, and we'll fix this problem. Input value is going to be the default, or let's see, it's going to be yeah, this dot state dot input object sign. We'll just input value equals item to string of the selected item. This dot props dot item to string of this dot state selected item, or this dot props dot default input value. Get rid of that. And that should fix our bug. Yes, well, it did not. So, This dot props default selected item. Ah, interesting. So this also needs to be initialized to the props. So this will be this dot props dot selected item, or here. Maybe we should do get state. This dot get state. Yeah, that should do it. And then here, and then we can actually be like, if this dot state dot selected item, then we'll do this. Okay, that should fix it. And yeah, you don't even know. Highlighted index of undefined. Huh. 596. Okay. You lied to me. Oh. Because we're saying this dot props. Wait, no, that should work fine. State to merge, this dot props key. Huh. Well, that's interesting. So based off of what I'm seeing, this is weird. Normally Jest is really good about showing you good line numbers, but not today. It looks like it's saying this dot props is undefined, so that's odd. Let's do console log here, and actually let's do it only on this test. This dot props. Yep, we've got this dot props. This is an arrow function, so we don't need to worry about this. This dot props. Get rid of this thing. I should. Huh. It's exactly what I expect it to be. What the? Okay. We're gonna just, because I'm not getting good line numbers, we're just gonna put a bunch of these here and see what happens. Oh, whoops, this one won't work. Huh, that's so weird. Even these console logs, I guess that makes sense. This is gonna be 111. And this is going to be 98. This will be 96. Yeah, so this dot props. That should be true. So wait, what is the problem then? Get rid of that index method. Okay. Return is, and this will be 113. So this is not the line that we're breaking on, I'm assuming. I'm pretty sure it's right here is where we're breaking somehow at 113, because number 98 isn't running. So it's somewhere in here. This dot props. This is so confusing. This dot props is not undefined. Cannot read highlighted index of undefined. Highlighted index. Okay, we know that this is fine. Something in here is going wrong here. This dot props key here, undefined, that's fine. Oh, it's this. That's what it is, because this is returning false, so it's going to be the alternate. This dot state does not exist yet. Aha. So wait, state to merge. I think that actually should be this. My bad. Well, it's amazing the bugs you find and how long it takes you to find them. Great. Okay, so that fixed our problem. Now let's just we'll do const state equals that, and then we can say state and this dot state equals state. Just because I don't want to put an ESLint comment there. Oh, and this needs to be state. What? Oh, to do. Okay. Good. Well, that fixed that. Let's just make sure we didn't break anything. What on earth is going on? Whoa. My editor is like really freaking me out right now. Okay. Save that. Downshift is changing an uncontrolled component to controlled. It's very interesting. Get input props. I guess, oh, we're have an on change and a value. What? Well, one of these things is causing trouble. Only. Okay, so this one is causing trouble. This one's a little more complicated. Let's see if this one. Oh wait, no, that was the one we just barely did. How about this one? Nope, how about this one? Nope, it is just that first one. I was getting an error a few times actually, changing an uncontrolled input of type undefined to be controlled. Ferdinand, thank you for bringing that up. Did you find out any issue? It's kind of weird. So this happens when you provide or changing an uncontrolled input of type undefined. I'm not sure what of type undefined is talking about, but to be controlled. So if it's uncontrolled, that means we're providing nothing for the value, and then we later provide something for the value. And so what that is telling me is that we should be defaulting the input value to an empty string, but we're not. Also, default input value is never set. That is the problem. Or this.props.default input value. But shouldn't that, like, okay, well, let's see what happens there. Yes, definitely let me know if you see this again. Okay, so that is not what I want it to be. Input value. Input value. Okay, yep, undefined, an empty string. So it should never be undefined. And I wonder if it's here. Let's see. Get state. If it's a state prop, then get it from props. Otherwise, get it from the state to merge, which defaults to this dot state. Keep hearing my kids outside. I think that they're by my window or something, but they're not. Okay, so let's just widen this a little bit. Input value is undefined. So, oh, I know what it is. Yeah, I know. So we're gonna actually put this in here. Input value is that, and then we don't actually need this either. Well, let's see. No, we still do. Still want this. Yeah. Okay. There we go. I'm thinking that we're not going to quite get the code coverage that we want because of some of that logic I just put in there. So we'll see here, I guess. Don't need to change any docs, so I'm gonna just cancel that really quick. While that is running, let's go back to this. And yeah, this is great. Almost done. Okay, let's see if there's anything else. So I got a question on Twitter from Anup Kumar. I'm not sure if he's watching right now, but he asked, why not just make it a weak component, making it compatible with any framework? I think that was a typo. That should be web component. And maybe I could make something like this with a web component, but I'm pretty sure that it wouldn't work very well as a web component. At least not the way that I want it to work, because I want to be able to use the lifecycle methods from React, and also event delegation and the like props being assigned to elements are pretty fundamental. But I do hope that we could take this and make like a Preact habitat version of it, where you can just pass it like strings to render or something. I don't know. There's something there. But honestly, for me, I only care about React, and so that's what I'm building this for. So if somebody else wants to make it work as a web component, then go for it. That sounds great, but I'm not at all interested in that. Okay, neato. So here, let's figure out what we can do to increase our code coverage. Lcov report, coverage, lcov report, index, HTML. Okay, and I'll pull that over here so y'all can see this. And we are in the constructor. So we need to test a situation where there is a selected item, but let's see, actually, maybe we could fix this by saying selected item state dot has own property selected item. Wait a second. State will always have a property selected item. I guess it's not really protecting against a very strong case, but if I'm not even gonna bother with it. So like the only time that this could possibly happen is if they provide us with a selected item, and then their item toString returns undefined for a given selected item, and I just don't think that's a case that I care to support. Like, why would you do that? It's not worth the code and the complexity it would take. So we'll just run that again and make sure that we're make sure that we're good to go. Okay. Hey, so folks watching, if you want to learn and stuff, then you could really help out by going to the repo, and then once this loads, I'm doing too much in parallel. Then you go down, scroll, read through the docs. It's nice. And go to examples and go to this code sandbox. Oh, I need to update that. Whoops, don't go to that code sandbox yet. Rats. Go to this code sandbox. Oops. And fork that code sandbox, and then update the code for your example, the title and description, and add the tag downshift example. Also make sure that your version of downshift is up to date to the latest release. Excuse me. And and try to build something anything like rebuild jQuery UI's autocomplete API. That would be kind of cool. Just make a function that says react.render or preact.render. What? It totally works. And yeah, just try that. See if that if you can build that. And if you run into any problems, that is what is really helpful. So yeah. Boy, the docs, there aren't too many docs. And I would say that they're pretty full. Yeah, just need tons of examples because you can do tons of stuff. Okay, so we're going to fix input value, initialize the input value based on, or we'll just say correctly. And we'll push that. We're going to get checkout master and pull and get checkout that and rebase master, get push force. My bad. Okay, and then we'll go here. Or actually, probably showed up. There we go. And this initializes the input value based on the selected value. You know what? Or selected item. Oh, selected item could be specified as null. So yeah, we'll leave that as it is, as a select based on the selected item. So if selected item is given as a prop, the input value is set based on this.props.item to string. How did we implement these changes? Well, we updated the constructor and constructor and fixed a bug in get state. So docs, that's not applicable, and tests are good, and it's ready to be merged, and this is also not applicable. Oh, and I should probably also mention closes number 119, even though it's technically already closed. Okay. Coolio. So I'm going to say that is done also. And we'll check out master. And I just really want this to happen so I can release a new release candidate and do more integrating at work. So I decided that I'm not going to officially release downshift until the use cases that I need downshift for have been shipped in my app at work. And so there are a couple of places where we need this. And so once I've finished integrating it in those few places, and like we've shipped it and it looks good, that's when I'm going to release downshift 1.0.0, because I expect we'll maybe catch a couple of things or something. But downshift is pretty stable. I haven't released a breaking change since I started the release candidate, actually, pretty sure, like 99% sure that's the case. So here, actually, we can find out for sure. You can see all the changes in downshift. Pretty much only going here so that I can get, wait, where's they have a diff thing, don't they? I think. Huh, they had a link that would show you the diff in releases, CL21 releases. Oh man. Well, here we can compare. Okay, well, in that case, we'll go actually, that's probably why. I haven't tagged any of my releases. That's why. Okay, well, we won't be able to see it, but it works. Okay, so I don't think that I've done any breaking changes since I released it in the first place. Started the release candidate anyway. So it's pretty stable. You should probably use it. I'm actually, while I'm waiting, gonna update the README slightly. This component is it's currently released as a release candidate. It is quite stable, but not officially released yet. Okay. Gonna get rid of that because they're not really in flux as much as they once were. And then this is DS example. To make sure your version under dependencies is the latest available version. Update the code sample. Here, actually, we'll do update title and description, code sample, and tag. Okay. So then, with that, we're good. We're good. We're gonna merge this. And delete that branch. And actually, let's just leave that open really quick. Git stash, git pull, git stash pop, and vim the package JSON. This is 5, git commit, rc.5, and npm publish tag rc, and git push. I'm going to cheat a little bit. This will be 5. And there we go. So once that happens, I'll be able to just go with that. Russian is making some progress. Actually, while I'm waiting, I've got some pull requests on one of my other packages, nps, that I should probably go take a look at, give some feedback to. Okay,